Today is pool day, talking about my pool selections. This is so fun, for me anyway, but it's fun to be standing outside of here, although I just heard a helicopter, a plane, a garbage truck, and loud birds, so we'll see. About last spring, I think it was like March maybe, we started talking about our backyard. And I'm facing the camera this way just to show you that square, big, or I should say rectangle, but a big rectangle backyard. The young couple before us put in an 8-foot fence, which we were very happy about. And the greenery is kind of growing over it and the ivy stuff. I love that look. So that will stay. But the next thing we started talking about is how we use our house. When we moved into this fixer almost 3 years ago now, we knew it had 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Yes, I have not said that before out loud. But we also knew that it had a huge deck on it. And because of this deck, when our family comes back to visit, this is where we hang out. This is truly an extra room for us, and we couldn't have done this house without this deck. Now, we've lived in other houses before that have had pools down here, and we do tend to hang out by the pool. Not only use the pool, I use the pool more than I thought I would. I like hanging out by a pool, but I always thought, well, maybe I'm not in it that much. I was. In a few of our homes, I was in the pool quite a bit. So we knew that the improvement on this home for us would be to add a pool if it was even possible. So the very first thing was, as we went to interview pool contractors, was we got to get people over here to see if it's even possible. Our garage over that way is attached, and our entry over that way is a tiny little gate. Now, I mean, it's fairly wide because it's tall, but there's a section of fence we knew would have to be removed for them to get pool equipment back. And all 4 that we interviewed were like, it's not a problem. Sometimes they do a little smaller equipment, sometimes they just remove that fence and it's fine. But none of the 4 seemed to think that was a big deal. I'm not going to tell you who we chose today. We'll tell you that in the next one, because then I really want to highlight this company too. And I've talked to them about that, and just show you the dig, the shotcrete, the tiling, just the process of it all. I've seen that from afar on other people's jobs and client jobs when I've gone to pick out their finishes, like pavers and tile and all that. That is Otis trying to get out. I'm going to get him out. Hello, I know you want to be part of this too. It's fun to talk about pool stuff. So the way I started was I actually took a drawing that I doodled a drawing literally in one of my notebooks, and I held that up at one of the Friday favorites just to show you what I had in mind. My husband and I went back and forth about the shape of this pool because I'm funny about shapes. There are so many rectangles. There's a rectangular deck, there's a rectangular fence, there's rectangular landscaping. At first I was kind of hell-bent on a freeform pool, a rounded pool, just the old classic kidney bean shape. And the more I started looking at it, and the more I started researching pools that would be in homes similar to this, like I kind of, even though this is 1947, I started looking at pools like more 50s and early 60s. I wasn't trying to do mid-century, I was trying to do just the old classic brick home, what kind of pool they would have. And sure enough, what popped up first for me was a white paver with a brick coping, you know, what goes around the pool. I love that. I love that look. And I love the driveway that we worked on maybe a year after we were in this house. I love the white, but I know that they're just not doing as much concrete now just because of the cracking. I knew that wouldn't be an option, but I knew I wanted a light pool deck. That's why I've been posting about light pool decks, those inspiration pictures. So my choices then became a light travertine, or there was another light product called Shell Beige. Some whatever sites call it soap. So I won't even go there. Limestone, I'm sorry. Because it's basically the same type of thing, only white. And then I started realizing, do I really want that light with this natural setting, my natural looking fence? And what's rising to the top right now is the light version of Ivory Travertine. This is so heavy. But this, I'm not even able to do that. Okay. Wow. I really like this one a lot. But I know from jobs that you put stuff down like this and it goes even lighter. and it goes really white. And I'm not sure I was totally sold on that. I'm a little sold on more natural settings for natural and how the way they look. 16 by 16. We're going 16 by 16, just the classic 24. I always like things bigger, the better, but 24 by 24 is a little bit large for this size home and the size backyard. So and the person I worked with, I really liked a lot. So she agreed, we agreed. It's just we're making decisions really fast. And then we're going to do offset. And I asked her why, because I even sometimes like my towel straight, just straight on. I do not like diamond for some reason. There's just a little appearance in it that I'm not thrilled about. So I asked her about straight on. She said the running bond, I call it running bond, or but she said offset. Just in case those lines are a little off, it won't make you feel like you're looking at a line like this. I'm like, great point. That's why I love listening to the people that do what they do. Listen to the experts. There's a reason they're telling you something. And I know with her, I said, I'm totally trust. When you do this all the time, I can give you my design to the day I die, but I need the trust of you doing it all the time. I personally like clients like that as well. I trust. Go ahead. Do what you were going to do. So that is the light pool paper. Now, from the beginning, which is funny because I told all the 4 people, I am so interested in the light colored pool, the old classic light. And one of them said, that's called the inviting pool. I'm like, yes, then I'm interested in the inviting pool. I don't want the dark, I don't want the colors, I don't want... But what was interesting is, I said right away, I know what that is. It's the white pool bottom that actually reflects, and it really does turn out aqua blue. But my person I'm working with out said, you might want just that little bit of fleck though of the teal, just to pump it up a little bit. And I happened to be on a job of a client who said that. She said, I did do white, I wanted a little bit more, just a little bit to show and highlight that aqua. So this one is Cove Teal, which I had heard of before. And so I'm like, yep, that's the one. And she's like, oh my gosh, girlie, you are fast. I'm like, yep, when I know it, I like it, boom, it's done. Let's get together. And that I showed you on my Friday favorites is my waterline tile. And I just love the white in it. I love the dirty in it. So I showed you our one bell and whistle in this is a sheer descent fountain. And I thought it'd be 36, but for the size of it is, and this is where again the expert comes in and says, actually 24 is enough for the step. So at that end, there is going to be a step, just 2 little steps, basically a little bridge going over to where the chaise lounges are. I do have a picture to show you, because here's where it gets exciting. This is basically, we have a few tweaks to make on it yet, because again, we're 4 weeks out, possibly 5. So, but this is basically it, a modified Roman pool, because I really wanted that curved stair at the end. I really was adamant about a curve. And the other side is that bridge. Now they have just, flowers just in the drawing, but it's basically a bridge going over, and that will have a bench in it. We've had a house like this before where there's a bench, and we really like that. Now the waterfall comes right there, yes, but you can turn that fountain on and off. But there are 2 swim out benches right there that you won't be able to see, just it will be in the water. So basically 3 people could, more than 3 actually, but it just creates a horseshoe for seating at the deeper end of the pool. The other thing is, when you're doing a pool, you have to realize, don't just think in the here and now. Those of you with young kids could be thinking about a pool a lot differently if they were 8 and 9. Or those of you with 8 and 9, pretty soon they're going to be, 14, 15. So we had to think ahead too. We have a family of 4 boys. They are big people. People are bringing other people into the family. We have friends that come over all the time with our kids' friends too, the ones that live around here. So we kept thinking of our pool as big bodies, but then we also thought ahead to, I can't believe I'm saying this, oh my gosh, grandchildren, yes, that we thought of little kids around this pool too, that we just wanted to be really careful on what we were deciding on. And we knew those steps are just kind of nice, we kind of do them just a little bit wider, so those kind of function. A lot of people now are doing the sun decks. That was talked, one person really talked us, wanted us to do that, and I was really adamant about, I know they're cool, and I'm in water all the time, and I know they're great. I really want this to be the classic pool. And the classic pool back in the day did not have the sun decks. So that's my reason for that. I know some of you have them, are going to go, Pam, you're going to want a sun deck. I've lived in houses with pools without them, and I'm good with that. One of my reasons is the shallow sun deck, to my eye, and there's a dumb reason. I know, function should win out here, but you'll see the white bottom of the pool, and it doesn't look aqua right there. It tends, because it's shallow, it tends to just look like white. I want my whole pool to look aqua. Yeah, I know. So the last thing I want to show you in this is, I'm putting this like this because this is another pool company, but I can share this part. I just want to share this, that we are adding a shed right behind this garage and a second shower. So that will be huge for us because we have one bathroom. And really, the bathroom has not been a problem if people have been over, but showering and get ready in the morning, that will give us a shower down there. We'll put a teak wall on it, a teak fence, and we'll have the paver, the travertine, or this other product we're looking at, as the shower floor. And then the other side of it will have hooks for towels and all that too. So it kind of creates, in a way, a second bathroom for us, and that will function great. So those are our selections that are all getting finalized. We're signing off and already have, and we're just looking forward to what's next. Thank you for tuning in today. Happy Tuesday.